Welcome to your NXT Takeover Portland predictions produced by North Media. Now let's get right into this card. We're starting out with Dakota Kai versus Tegan Nox in a street fight. This feud has been fantastic. Dakota Kai's original turn at War Games was incredible, totally unexpected, and this whole storyline's been fantastic. I had my doubts about Dakota Kai as a heel, but she has blown her character out of the water. I think this is going to be a really good match. It's a tough one to pick because I think Dakota Kai has a really good future on the brand as a heel, but Tegan Nox also has a really good future as a babyface. So it's tough, but I think it's a street fight for a reason. I think they made it a street fight because Dakota Kai is going to win. I think Dakota Kai is going to go further than Tegan Nox. I think we're going to see a lot of weapons, a lot of, crutches and chairs and knee braces. And I think Dakota Kai is just going to go further than Tegan Nox. And I think she's going to use the street fight stipulation to her advantage. And I think she's going to use that stipulation to wear out and defeat Tegan Nox. I don't think this will be the end of the rivalry because if Dakota Kai wins here, they will be tied. They've each now won a match if Dakota Kai wins on Sunday. So I think this will be part 2 of the feud, but I don't think it'll be the end. I think they'll have a blow-off match, I don't know, later on. But I think Dakota Kai is going to win this match. Very excited for it. Okay, moving on. We've got the NXT Tag Team Championships. The Undisputed Era will take on the winner of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. This is another tough one to call. I think that Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle have been a better team than any of us expected. I mean, their chemistry has just been absolutely fantastic in the ring and on camera. And I think that them winning the tag titles here would be a very good decision as kind of just like a shock. And I don't think any past Dusty Cup winners have won the tag titles after the Dusty Cup, other than obviously the Undisputed Era. So I think this would be really good for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic tournament. And I think it'd be really fun because, as I said, Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle are fantastic together. That being said, it's tough because I don't know what they're doing with the Undisputed Era with the titles. I don't know if they want to do a thing where they all lose their titles. I don't know. I don't know what they want to do with the Tag Team Championship and the NXT Championship, which we'll get to later on. But I don't think Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne are going to win here. As much as I want them to win, I'll be rooting for them. I don't think they're going to win. I think Undisputed Era will probably retain. We might see Pete Dunne turn on Matt Riddle. We might see the Broserweights break up, but I really hope we don't. I would love for this rivalry to continue, to be honest. So I'll be rooting for the Bruiserweights, but I think Undisputed Era will probably retain here. Okay, moving on. Next, we've got the NXT North American Championship. Keith Lee will defend his championship against Dominik Dijakovic in what is being advertised as kind of the end to their little mini feud. For me, this is the easiest match to call on the card. Keith Lee just won the North American Championship 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I'd be very surprised if he lost it already in his first defense. I believe this is his first defense. So I don't think Keith Lee is going to lose. I think Keith Lee is going to retain. I think it's going to be a long match. It's going to be a really good match. I think both men are going to go out there and tear the house down. We're going to have a big man battle. But yeah, I don't see them taking the title off Keith Lee this early in his reign. After that, we've got the match that I'm most excited for personally. Finn Balor makes his return to NXT TakeOver as he takes on Johnny Wrestling and Johnny Gargano. this is another tough one. All these matches are tough to call except for one or two. Um, for me, it comes down to who needs this win more. Johnny Gargano does not need this win. Johnny Gargano does not lose anything by losing this match. He's already established he could fight for the NXT title tomorrow. I think Finn needs this win more than Johnny does. I think Finn needs to kind of solidify himself as a threat in NXT. And in order for him to do that, I think he needs to beat Johnny here. I think for him to have his persona and talk the way he's talked and build himself up just to lose his first big match in NXT, coming back to NXT, would do a lot of harm to his character, whereas Johnny losing, it wouldn't harm his character whatsoever. So, because of that, I think Finn Balor probably needs to win this match. I wouldn't be surprised if this feud continued. I also wouldn't be surprised if this was an unofficial number one contenders match. But I think this is going to be the match of the night, personally. I think these two are going to tear the house down. These are two of the best wrestlers in the world. I've been saying that for weeks over on the Scrap. But yeah, I think Finn Balor needs this win. I think it's going to be a good, solid win for Finn Balor. And then maybe he'll move on to the NXT Championship. We'll see. And the hits keep on coming, man. We've got the NXT Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. Another match that I think a lot of people are sleeping on, but another match that could knock it out of the park and be a real highlight. I think with the way things are going between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte, I think Rhea will probably retain here. I would love to see Bianca win this title, but I think Rhea will probably retain, and then we'll go to Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. I don't think this hurts Bianca Belair. I think Bianca Belair is at that point where she can lose and still be over and still do her character to the fullest extent. I don't think she's hurt. I think this will be a very good match. I think this will be a very big showcase for Bianca. I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca moved up to the main roster, to be honest. Well, moved over to the main roster. I don't want to say moved up. I wouldn't be surprised if she went to Raw, to be honest. If she stays in NXT, maybe she fights the winner of Rhea and Charlotte at Mania, after Mania, whatever the next takeover is. But yeah, I think Rhea Ripley and Charlotte is the match at WrestleMania, and unfortunately for us to get there, Rhea Ripley has to retain here. But very excited for this match. I really want Bianca to win this title. I think she should have taken it off Shayna when they were feuding last year. I think Bianca Belair could be the face of NXT, period. But yeah, I think Rhea Ripley's gonna retain here and then move on to Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, where hopefully she retains. And then our main event, the NXT Championship. Adam Cole versus Tommaso Ciampa, the Psycho Killer. Oh boy. This is a tough one. This could go either way. This really could go either way. Adam Cole, as of right now, is the face of NXT, in my opinion. I think he's coming up on the longest NXT Championship title reign. I don't know if NXT wants to have him beat that. But then you've got the story of Ciampa coming back and getting the championship back. So this is really tough. But I think with the story that they're building and with Ciampa's return and everything, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk and say that Tommaso Ciampa will win the NXT Championship on Sunday. I'm not confident in that pick at all. This could go anyway. This could go either way. But I do think Ciampa will win the NXT Championship. I'd like to see Adam Cole hang on to it for a little bit longer, if I'm honest. But it's just WWE really likes stories, and the story of Ciampa's return and getting Goldie back, as he calls it, is, I think it's just too good for NXT to pass up. And I think you got to strike while the iron's hot, and he is at his hottest right now. His championship win means the most right now. Now that he's come back, I think if he doesn't win it now and then wins it later, it won't have the same effect as if he won it now, freshly coming off his return. And NXT has dedicated a lot of TV time to his chase back to the championship over the past few months or however long it's been. So I think all signs point to a Ciampa title win. Um, but yeah, man, I'm really excited for this card in general. This show kind of snuck up on us a little bit. I feel like takeovers always sneak up on us, and then they're always just fantastic, and they always knock it out of the park. They always kind of sneak up on us, but I think this is gonna be a really good show. I mean, takeovers are always just next level. I think NXT is the best brand in professional wrestling, to be completely honest. So, and don't forget, NXT Takeover Portland is on Sunday, not on Saturday like we're used to. So, don't go on the network on Saturday because you won't find it. So yeah, that's Takeover Portland. Do you agree with my picks? Do you disagree? Leave a comment, and we'll talk to you guys later.